Hello and welcome to the AutoSplit64 Getting Started video. AS64 is a program used to automatically control live split for Super Mario 64 speedruns based on analyzing your game capture. To begin, head over to the AutoSplit64 website, which is just AutoSplit64.com, and go to the download section. We'll start by downloading the live split server. This is what AS64 uses to communicate with LiveSplit. Open the downloaded zip, go to your LiveSplit installation, and then the components folder, and copy the two DLL files into the components folder. With that installed, open LiveSplit, edit layout, add control LiveSplit server. With that added, make sure you save your layout. You can now start and stop the LiveSplit server via right-click Control Start Server. The LiveSplit server installed, we'll head back over to the AutoSplit64 website and download AS64 itself. Open the downloaded archive, create a folder to extract the contents to, the file is extracted, it's now installed and ready to use. The last step will be to go to LiveSplit, edit splits, and set the timer to start at 3 seconds. To begin using AutoSplit64, we must first let it know where to capture your game. To open your capture software, I use Amarak, and then open AutoSplit64. Right-click, edit coordinates, and you want this rectangle to match the game's edges perfectly. You'll notice mine is already set up correctly, and that's because my Amarak is at its default size. To get Amarak to its default size, right-click, aspect and scan 4:3, then right-click 100%. If you wanted to use a different program, such as OBS, you go to the Process drop-down and select the program here. If your capture is at a different size and the rectangle doesn't match the game's borders, just drag each edge to match, ensuring you are as accurate as possible, as this greatly affects the splitter's reliability. Spend a little bit more time lining this up, but once you have the edges lined up properly, press apply to save your changes. To detect resets, AutoSplit64 looks for the starting logo of Super Mario. To help it find these, we'll generate custom templates based on your own game capture. To do this, right-click Generate Reset Templates. From an in-game screen, click Generate and then reset your console. We will attempt to find the two matching images. If these do not line up, you can use the offsets here to adjust the frame. If it's completely off, just repeat the process until you have matching images. Press apply to save your changes. Now we need to tell AutoSplit64 where we want the splits to occur. This is done with .as64 route files. One is included by default, which is the 16 LB or J route. And to edit this or to create new routes, you right-click and press the Edit Route option. We're going to start by creating our own route. The easiest way to do this is to convert an existing LiveSplit file. So click File, Convert LSS, and find your LiveSplit file. You'll see here that it has auto-filled out most of the information, as the correct star counts and fade out counts. For normal splits, it works by analyzing what star count you're currently up to, and then it will split on a specified number of fade outs or fade ins after that star count has occurred. It also resets the fade out count per split. So for regular splits, it will be the star count and fade out 1. For Bowser splits, when collecting the star, it will be the star count and then fade out 2, because you will collect the star, then have 1 fade out for entering the pipe, and the second fade out for collecting the key. For upstairs splits on fade out, it will be fade out 4, or if you wanted to split on door touch, you would change the split type to XCAM. It would be star 74 in this case, fade out 3, and XCAM 1. And that's because we want to split on the first XCAM it sees after the third fade out. Give the route a title. Make sure your version is set to the game version that you're running on. And in this case, it'll be RTA. Or if you wanted to create up RTA segment runs, you would use the up RTA option. Hit apply. It'll ask you to save the route. And then it'll load it, and you can access your currently saved routes from the Open Route menu here. For some users, it may be necessary to calibrate XCAM detection. To do this, make sure you have a route loaded and hit start, and then begin a run and get to lobby. Once you're in lobby, head over and talk to the toad. Wait for the XCAM to go over the green wall, and then in the splitter, right click, show output, and we're looking at this XCAM percent. You want to record the lowest value that this reaches. So for me, it looks like it's around 0.68. Once you've got that recorded, head back over to the carpet and enter Mario Cam, making sure Mario's head is completely surrounded by the carpet. And again, record the highest value that the XCAM percent reaches, which looks like in this case it's around 0.53. Now in settings, go to thresholds, and you want to make sure that this value here is higher than the value we recorded with Mario Cam, but lower than the value we recorded with the XCAM over the green background. So in my case, 0.6 is perfect. Press apply.